Monday Morning Matters.
Perspectives
From Southeast Asia.
Hey, this is Arlene.
Welcome back, this is Grace.
And of course, you are with us at our second segment of today, which is we are going to talk about our Monday morning matters.
Exactly.
And of course, what is the fruit that is being shared all over Southeast Asia, Grace?
I mean, we are here at ASEAN, so I guess it's a durian.
Yes, today our topic is regarding on durian because apparently for this whole month of Ramadan, durian prices will be going down the drain for countries like Malaysia and Singapore as well.
Yeah.
That is why we have 3 durian enthusiasts. One is Chong Ji Yen. He's a freelance musician, but when it comes to durian, I don't think he's a freelancer on that. And second, we have Glenn Tan, a student. Still learning how to eat durian, I suppose. And of course that we have Nick Haslinda Hugh, freelance filmmaker and performer. I guess you also film durian as well. So welcome all 3 of you.
Hi.
Thank you
Good morning.
for inviting
Thank you.
us.
You guys so are you awake? You guys seem unenthusiastic, but we are talking about durian here.
Yeah, you got a musician, a student, and
Filmmaker,
filmmaker.
performer.
Durian brings us all together.
yeah, but not in the morning lah. I guess.
And durianasian.com.
Yeah, ironically in durianasian.com. Okay, so first of all, before we talk about durian, as in like its facts and figures and all that, let's talk about our personal intimacy with durian.
Oh, that sounds very intimating, yes.
Wow.
So, who wants to start? Are you thinking or...
I'm trying to recall my first experience with durian.
Okay, how about Linda?
Alright,
Okay.
Since everyone's looking at me. Okay.
Sure.
Well, I think my early years of eating durian, I don't exactly remember how old I was. Very young. And I actually was really in love with durian, and I actually ate a lot of it. Really a lot of it until I got sick.
Oh no.
Yes.
The fruit is really heaty, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think I ate like about, I don't know, probably 30 of it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's really a lot of it,
Yeah,
literally.
So I was really sick. I got high fever, so I had to actually stop eating it, and just I have to like get myself out of my fever for quite a long time actually.
So you were not really like sort of backed by the smell of the durian?
I don't exactly remember the first time, but I think when the moment I tasted it, I guess it really tastes really good. Very milky and
Battery.
sweet,
Oh wow! So I think she should be, she should be going for durian queen contest if there are any.
Let's start
Yeah,
one.
so that was the early years of eating durian. But after a while, it became something that is me. So everyone actually knows that I really love durian. And there will be people sometimes, when they saw durian, they would, okay, let's buy one for Linda, or let's bring, back home some for her, or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has been very something
But
that
is there
very
any cheeky encounter with durian?
Sorry.
Any cheeky encounter with durian?
If I'm not mistaken, you told me before that your birthday, instead of having cakes, that you had
Oh
lots of durians.
yeah. I forgot about that. Yes. Yes.
Can you forget about that?
Yeah. I on my 30th birthday, because I was like very sick of having cakes most of the time. So people would buy cakes for you and stuff. So I made a very early request. I actually said to my sister, and I said, maybe I don't want to have a cake for my birthday this time. Perhaps durian. That's what I said. So what happened was my friends and like my closest friends and my sister, they all actually bought a lot of durian. It's not durian season, okay? It's very expensive.
Wow.
So they bought a lot of it, and they kind of like opened everything and put the seeds on a plate and put a candle on it.
Oh wow, that's
So
the durian
there's about
cake. Interesting.
30 of it on the plate.
And
Because
you-
I'm 30 years old, kan? So 30, yeah. So they say I have to finish the whole thing all
Oh
by
my
myself.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So which
You didn't want to
I
get sick
think
again
I
on your
did.
birthday.
Huh? Sorry.
You didn't want to sick again. I mean, on your birthday.
Yeah, but I did not eat it in one go, of course. So yeah, that
But
was very.
that's very sweet and special of your family to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Glenn?
Yeah, I'm still thinking, but
Any close encounters, cheeky moments?
I guess when you eat durian, there's always a close encounter. Like, you hold it up to your face, you look at
You
it,
got hurt with the
assaults your
duris.
senses. You can feel the fruit, you can smell the fruit, you can taste it. I guess durian, it's as much a multi-sensory experience. Because you feel the fruit, it's so hard on the outside and thorny and stuff,
Wow.
but when you get to the inside, it's nice and soft and like
It
complete
sounds as if you're
polar
talking about a
opposites, you
girl.
know.
I'm turned on already.
I was like, is this a Magnum advertisement?
Yeah, exactly.
A durian should turn anyone on, but
With his low tone voice. Oh,
I
but
want
sorry,
to-
continue.
But yeah, I guess there was this one time, I think this was a couple of years ago actually. I was having this durian, it was huge. It's like probably the size of this monitor.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's not the best part. Okay. So we got to we managed to open up the durian. And I took a bite. I'm like, it tastes sourish.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was dumb back then, so I didn't think like, oh shit. I thought like
Why was it sour?
I thought, okay, maybe this is some special durian. It's supposed to be sour. So I kept eating.
Uh-oh.
And my dad came and was like, how's the durian? I said, okay lah, but a bit sour is sour. I
Eh?
think you gotta throw it away lah. I was like, why? Oh, I think it's gone bad. Oh no.
So you had the the sort of like
So I write,
expired
like-
durian.
2 hours later, it's like, that's it. Yeah, but that didn't stop me. I'm still eating durian.
But why do you like durians? Is it the texture, or is it the shapes, or is it the taste?
Is it because you've been brainwashed since young? It's like your dad buys
I'm
it
not
all the
sure
time.
about that. I wasn't like I don't even remember my parents like specifically like putting durian in my face and say, hey, have a bite, this good stuff, you grow up and you're gonna be smart and everything, you're gonna
You just
rule the
grew
world
in
and
love
stuff.
with. You just fall in love with it
Yeah,
the
I guess
first time,
it's-
right?
yeah.
So whenever Westerners come to me or in the television when they describe durian smells like toilet or onions, I just cannot imagine. Like, really? You know what an onion really smells? It's nothing like durian.
That's true.
Really not.
You know what toilet really smells?
I'll
Yeah,
smell
it's really
durian all
strange.
day. I won't smell a toilet all day.
How about you, G?
Yeah. My experience with durian is here's the thing, because I didn't grow up in Malaysia. I was born in Hong Kong and I grew up there. So my first encounter with durian in Hong Kong was an interesting one. I haven't actually seen the fruit, right? So one day, like my parents maybe they come back from Malaysia or something. Then they bring back the fruit in like a plastic container. So, hey, try this. This is like a Malaysian exotic fruit. Like it's called durian.
Wait,
It's like,
your parents brought durian to Hong Kong?
wait, is that possible? Is that not
It's not
possible?
possible, right?
Oh, then my childhood is wrong. Hang on.
How did
Okay, then
Whatever, it's a good
then let's
story.
change the version of that. No, I mean I must have had durian in my childhood because so I must have come over to Malaysia then. So when I first had it, I actually didn't
I
see
have to
the.
tell the secretary.
No, maybe in those days it's
Maybe in those days it
possible,
was
yeah.
possible.
probably.
But yeah, then after a while the stench of durian, I guess. But first time eating it, I had no idea that the fruit would be something like that. I mean, like, why would it be so hard to open up and eat, And I kind of liked it. I've never not liked durian before. It's a very interesting thing to describe. Like when Westerners, like you said, like when they say it smells like toilet or whatever. It doesn't. And to be honest, durian doesn't smell like anything else. It's a very unique thing. It smells like durian. And
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you can't really describe like how does it taste like. I don't
Yeah,
know.
durian is durian.
you
lah.
kind of
I
just
guess-
get
I
addicted
guess
to it.
it smells quite too strong when it's not open.
Not open.
Yeah, because especially if you put it in a room or in a closed place, it will definitely have that too strong of a smell of some kind of, I don't know. It just doesn't smell as good as when it's open.
Oh, I see.
And then the
I think it
scent.
smells good anyway.
Oh, okay, he's the true durian lover.
Well, you have to ask a foreigner here.
Am I foreigner? I thought I'm already a Malaysian already.
Oh.
Well, to share my experience, I was in Sri Lanka, so I had no idea what durian was. Even the durian word itself, it was so cute. So my auntie, she brought this durian from supermarket or street market, sorry. Then she was like, Grace, why don't you try this? And it was just the look of it was so spiky. I was like, what is this? It looks like a monster. And it was huge, you know? And then my auntie was like, no, it's okay, I'll open it for you. She opened up, and then there were 4 pieces inside. And I felt so gross when I looked at it at first because they looked like fetus to me. Yeah, I was like,
Grace,
what the heck? Yeah.
what kind of durian were you eating?
What
It was
color?
so huge. It was bright yellow and like fetus looking kind of shape.
Oh
I was
my.
like, oh my god, how do people eat this? And then after that, it was the smell. I was like, oh wow. Then auntie was like, just have a bite. And then when she tore the durian, the pieces, it was quite sticky and quite jelly-ish, like, you know, the texture was there. I was like, okay, so I'll just have a bit. But when I actually tasted it, it was way better than I thought. So I finished the whole big durian at that day. But then after that,
in Sri Lanka.
after I finished the whole, I think it was a king durian, I don't know. And I went to the toilet, I threw up because it was too much. And that was my first
I think
encounter.
it was gassy, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe
It is
too much.
gassy.
Yeah.
But interestingly, it may sound very disgusting, but when I threw up, it was better, the taste.
Okay, all right. I think we can stop there.
That was my first experience with durian.
Well, for me,
Semi-digested, you know.
Yeah.
for me, it's a very interesting experience when I was a child when it comes to durian, because durian is the time where the whole family actually gather in the kitchen and open durians together and feast together. It's
right.
like a
Yeah.
family gathering and a it's a little family festival on its own, I would say, because it only happens during the durian season, so we take advantage of that.
Yeah.
But there's one time I still remember when I was a child, I used to have a neighbor that has a durian tree, but the durian tree never have fruits. But then one day, that one sweet day, it has durian on top, and one of the durian happened to drop and fell out from the house. So that means rule of the thumb is if the durian is not on a private property, that means it is
You
on,
can-
it's a
yeah,
public
yeah.
property.
So you picked it up.
I pick it up and I run away home. And
All by yourself? You ate it all by yourself?
I gave it to my mom, and then it's like I found it on the floor on the road next to a house which has a durian tree. So I guess it's not theirs anymore since it's on the road now.
God. And then the durian is not cheap at all. So
Yeah. And we really feast on it because it's really sweet, and to me everything that I know about durian is really beautiful, like how you describe it. It's like a Magnum ad in a way. Magnum ice cream. But that's the thing. I cannot imagine how a Westerner would have really horrible encounters on durian, because to me durian is everything about durian is great, from the smell to the taste to the structure. Yeah.
Yep. Actually, it's very interesting to even open it yourself. It's like an achievement, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I've seen my friends cutting durians,
Yeah.
but they will hurt themselves after that because
Oh.
of the thorns. Yeah, so like, this durian, it's hurting me, but I would love to eat you. And then they will like, open it up and then picking up the pieces. Yeah. So I guess we all have very different experiences when it comes to durian, and it's very interesting. But I guess all this in the house, we are durian lovers.
Yeah, in general, but
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
But anyway, we'll take a one short break. When we return, we have more discussion on this. But in between the break, we will also play a clip from New York Times on the king of fruits, durian.
Monday Morning Matters
Perspectives
from Southeast Asia.
Hey, this is Arlene.
Hi, welcome back. This is Grace.
We had a really huge conversation off air regarding on durian. I think our
Exactly.
durian enthusiast here, Glenn, Nick, Haslinda, sorry,
as well as G.
and of course G, has been sharing a lot of off-air information and tips about durian. So maybe Haslinda or Glenn wanted to share something about durian.
Let's start with Linda then.
Tips. I don't exactly know how to pick a durian usually, but I would usually go to the same place.
Mhm.
So it would usually be recommended by the person.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't exactly know how to pick which which would be the sweetest or.
So
the
do you know
brightest
like the
durian.
different type of durian based on just the shape of it?
But I do like looking at durians though because it has got different taste and different texture, also and different shape. It has got like a really roundish, and it has got a little bit. I don't know. It's a bit small as well. There's big ones and small ones.
Mm.
Yeah, but I don't exactly know whether the taste would be different for a certain type of shapes. That one I'm not too sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, just to add more information or facts, more like to how to choose a good durians, and this is from WikiHow on Google. There are three tests that we can do, and even for you guys here, all those durian lovers here, we can make use of these tips. So first one is you smell durian first, and then do the smell, and then along the all those durians that you see.
Mm-hmm.
And you smell. But if the smell is strong, it's already ripe
Ah.
from the durian at the surface of the skin itself. And the second one is you shake the durian.
What?
Yeah.
So you want to wear gloves or something because it's quite spiky. So give durian a bit of like really firm shake, and then if there should be a like slight knock, and then it is just right.
Oh.
Yeah, and the third one is the visual test, just like how Linda just shared, and check for any holes or if there is any shell that is destroyed on the durian surface, then it's not good. But look for, like G mentioned off air, look for the strong tones. Yeah, that means they have the really good durians inside. Yeah, so those are the small tips that we can look for, and especially at durian season in Malaysia, we can look for the good durians in Malaysia.
That's
Yeah.
very interesting fun facts, Grace. Very, very interesting. So I'm sure you guys have a favorite durian breed. And for you, Glenn, I think you like Musang King, right? Do you? Do you not? Or Kampung durians?
favorite pieces or
I'll
species?
eat any durian you put in front of me. But I don't know. It comes down to personal preference, because from what I know, having tasted so many types of durians, each durian has their own character. For example, like I went to the durian seller yesterday. I said, okay. He asked me, "You want a sweet durian or want a bitter durian?" Or then I told him I want something in between. So he just said, okay, you can have this 101. So it's kind of
Dear 101.
yeah. So you can't. Okay, across the board, I guess most durians taste the same, but like maybe certain breeds have more of this character, and other breeds have more of like a different character lah.
But do you like the durians to be bitter or sweet? Which part are you? Are you a
Sweet.
sweet person or bitter person?
Sweet with a little bit of bitter.
So oh my god, you're playing diplomatic here.
That's definitely Musang
Just a
King
touch,
and
just a touch.
A lot of people might not know. I mean, as much as we love durian, any kind of durian, but according to this website, apparently there are 30 species of durio in Southeast Asia, and although only 9 of these species are edible, that means majority of the durian might probably be in the forest and it's not edible at all
Why
Oh,
would they
not edible by human beings, or there's
by
still
human beings.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting. So it's poisonous to us, but it's like can be eaten by
Yeah.
animals.
So a lot of different durian types that we discuss
Yeah.
are actually artificially bred by
yeah.
farmers or by
Yes.
our agent.
Yes.
What do you call it? The farmer, is it?
Yeah, but
The agency
actually,
that actually breed it?
from my experience, what I know,
Mhm.
D24 has always been the first I would say
Mutant.
muted durian. That's what I know. Yeah.
I like that word.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first.
So then after that it became a lot more like D101. And I'm not sure about the other one. What is it called? I think D1. Yeah, and then it has got XO.
Yeah.
Oh, the one with
Wow,
that
so-
strong alcoholic
Yeah,
smell.
the XO one
Oh,
is very
interesting.
strong, gassy.
Wow.
Yeah, you get the
interesting.
fermented taste.
Yes,
I'm
that
not.
is
I'm
XO.
not really into that fermented taste actually.
Yeah,
Some people
actually,
like it.
I like the more, I guess, moderate one with this
Yeah.
nice sweet flesh. What about you? You've been listening a lot.
I've been no. My favorite breed is without a doubt the famous Musang King.
But it's also the most expensive, right?
It is the most expensive. That's why I like it. Nah, I'm just joking. It's expensive for a reason.
Because your dad is a millionaire.
No,
It's like literally putting gold in your mouth, you know.
kind of thing. Yeah, it's visually so attractive. I can't remember how it looks on the outside, but when you cut open the inside, Musang King is just. It looks so premium, you know. It's like gold, yellow, and then the flesh is tight, and then you don't see like untidy ends anywhere. It's not too
Perfect.
liquidy. Perfect. It's just like,
Perfect
okay,
looking.
I'm gonna take this thing, and then it fits in your hand. I mean, yeah, sure, it fits in your hand, and it doesn't get messy. You know, the contents, the wet contents that don't slide out, and then it's just, you know, it's called the king for a reason.
Wow.
Wow.
You need to
Really love
know.
durian.
I think we
Yeah.
really need to study when it comes to type of durians. And apparently there are 10 types that you can find in Malaysia, and they are the very famous ones. I'll just go one by one and raise up your hand if you know the names. So the first one is Mao Shan Wang.
Oh, yes.
That's
And then
Musang King.
Yes,
yeah.
Musang King.
Yay!
Yeah.
And that's a very bright yellow durian types. And then we mentioned a few names, and then the next one is Golden Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's a pale yellowish white color.
Is it more like durian? Kampung durian?
Similar.
Similar.
Yeah,
Similar.
and apparently it's got a bit of bitter taste.
Yes.
And the next one is like we mentioned before XO, and
Yeah.
that's the pale yellow.
Gassy.
Yeah, and it's also bitter, but it's extremely soft. Yeah, and the next one is D24, which another name for D24 is Sultan, and it's pale yellow. It's very creamy and bitter as well. And the other one is called D13.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, D13, the color is deep burnt orange color. It's very sweet. It's less fibrous than other durians, but it's not really very strong in taste. And the other one is called D1 and D101.
Yep.
And other one is also called red prawn. Apparently this is orangish red.
Down there.
Yeah, and the last two, green bamboo. It's pale yellow with a slight greenish tinge, and the last one is very. It sounds very exotic. It's black pearl.
pearl, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned. Yeah, it's very pale yellow with the gray undertones, and it's slightly bitter, smooth, and creamy with the small seeds. So those are the 10 main famous types of durians that we can find in Malaysia.
Interesting. Very interesting. And when it comes to durian, how do you just eat it like that, or do you usually make it into a dish, or do you eat it with something else? I remember the first time I ate tempoyak, which is sambal mixed with durian.
Oh wow!
What?
It's like
Yeah.
fermented
Yeah.
durian
Sometimes
or
they put
something.
budu. Usually they put budu.
Yeah.
Into it.
And
chili.
to be honest, that's the first time I actually hated durian.
I would. You eat durian with sambal?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually
there is.
eat tempoyak. It's more like a rural, famous
Right.
among the
It's
rural
from,
areas.
originated from Pahang, I think.
Interesting.
Oh.
Tempoyak.
Right.
Mostly. But other parts of Malaysia also have it, right?
Okay.
But you know the interesting part is I actually grew to love tempoyak because of I started to love this one Pahang dish called tempoyak ikan patin something.
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. Ikan patin. It's a
Ikan
dish.
patin is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freshwater fish. Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Interesting. I also tasted durian with rice and bit of coconut milk. Yeah,
Ooh.
and that was very creamy, but yet because of durian is so rich in taste, it goes quite well with rice.
Really?
But a lot of carbs there. But yeah, but just small dish. So it's like just like how you have the sticky mango rice.
yeah,
It's just
it's the same.
another version for
Yeah.
durian. Yeah,
that
My
was
dad
so
loves
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eating durian with rice. plus a bit of some gravy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Durian with rice. Durian rice.
And actually also the seeds. Do you know that people actually eat the seeds as well?
You mean just like that, or
no? They boil it.
they boil?
Oh.
Yeah, and they eat it like it's like a kacang nut.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like
So
your what kacang
I
rebus.
tried doing that once. It tasted like a chestnut, but
Oh, really? I like
without
chestnut.
without the sweetness. But it's
Oh.
sort of like that kind of texture, lah.
You know, that's why when you give seeds to dogs, right, especially, they
Yeah.
will just eat everything because of the taste of the seeds also. They loved it.
Huh.
Yeah, so if you cannot eat the seeds, you can just give to animals. They will love to. They will not waste your
Grace, why
durians,
do
I tell
know
you.
about this?
Can we give like the thorns as well?
But there are also quite a lot of facts about durian, you know, the remedy that off air Linda mentioned about it. And there are also myths, a lot of like stories that created from durian as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can share about that.
Yeah, perhaps we can share about that, but we'll take one short break. When we return, we will talk more about durian among all.
Monday Morning Matters
Perspectives
from Southeast Asia.
Hey, this is Arlene.
Hi, you're with Grace.
And of course, you're still with all our other three durian enthusiasts, Chung Ji Yan, Glenn Tan, and Nick Haslinda Hugh. So, off air, we discussed about, you know, how durian has been used, but either as a cuisine or as a business, as a form of business. In the past, do people actually, use durian as a product to sell, either within this country or outside of the country?
I
You mean
think
like-
it started in Malaysia early 2000. That's from what I know.
Oh,
From my
really?
personal experience, yeah.
What was it?
There was this cafe that was open. It's called Durian Shop, but unfortunately it didn't last long. So it was a lot. It has got durian crepe, durian pancakes, and
All the durian
shakes
products.
and stuff. Yeah, all sorts of durian. So, but it didn't last long.
But there is
Yeah.
one shop in KLCC,
really?
right? The
Yeah,
LG
yeah.
Flow. Yeah, there's a durian shop.
Is it still there?
It is still there,
Oh.
and like, it attracts a lot of tourists. In fact, yeah.
Interesting. And
I've had the puffs there. They're really, really good.
Yeah, puff, red durian
Puff
puff.
is the
Oh, I
most
love the
famous
durian puff.
one right now.
And you also know one other shops, right?
Those. Oh no, yeah, we just mentioned there's one shop that is in Lot 10, Durian Agenda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty popular now, and I don't think that's the only branch, isn't it? I think
What do
have
they
like-
have in
like-
Durian Lagenda, by the way?
Pretty much pancakes, puffs, durian shakes, durian ice cream.
So if you want to make durian products sellable, you need to convince people like Grace to love it, because Grace has this tendency to say that I only like durian when it's like fresh and it has the seed with it.
Yeah.
But when it's like being made into a product, then it's something else.
Because I have this image or concept where it is made into product, ice cream or any types of products, right? I feel that it's just flavored. It's not real. That's how I feel. So I'd rather just open up the whole real fruit and then take the seeds out and just eat it. Yeah.
That's true.
So
yeah.
that's when I go for.
Yeah.
When it comes to ice cream, you never know what kind of flavor you add into it. So
True.
I don't get the real taste of durian. So that's why I just go for
I
durian.
know
and
Inside
Yeah.
Scoop has a really good durian ice cream.
I've heard.
Real
It's
durians?
really, really good. It's made with
Advertisement
It
heat.
doesn't really
T24.
taste like flavored, yeah. It's
No,
like
it
real
really
taste
like
of
it
durian.
really tastes like you stuffing frozen durian in your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sure they make it from real durian.
Yeah, but I guess free advertising, but the ice cream is pretty good.
Inside Scoop.
But durian is being sold all over the world now. For example, there's this one news about Musang King
Yeah.
being sold in Australia
Ah.
by this company called Lung Fung. And it's
Chinese.
interesting because it's their durian nowadays, because of technology, they can froze it,
Uh-huh.
and without the smell they can ship it to any countries in the world,
Ah.
and the moment you open it, it will be as fresh as it's being picked up from the
see.
ground.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So in a way you can still enjoy durian, but of course I think the price is one of the reason why all of us shy away. We only eat durian when it's the season, when the price of durian is not as expensive like buying bombs.
Mm.
Yeah,
Go as low as
interesting
1
thing.
ringgit.
Yeah.
Oh.
But one interesting thing, once you put durian in the fridge, it kind of loses a lot of the
Yeah.
smell.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. That's why whenever you buy durian, at least in my family, we would eat it straight away. We won't keep it the next day because the taste is just not there.
Mm.
Yeah. And on the other hand, besides talking about facts about durian, do you have any weird facts about durian? Like really, really weird one? Because I found one online that apparently durian can increase sexual desire.
Oh.
Is that true?
Well, it is a thorny fruit.
Oh, I got it. Thanks, G. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
never heard of that.
this saying. I think it's an old Malay saying or Indonesian saying. It's like durian jatuh sarong naik or something like that.
Oh yes,
dude.
yes.
Oh, I
Wow,
see.
interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't
So the
exactly
durian fall, the sarong come up.
come up.
So
That's
yeah.
why he's laughing.
And then the durian comes out.
Imagination. Well, well, there are also quite interesting and information about durians where when you're having sore throat, Arlene, you mentioned before, yeah, you can put the water in the durian husk and you can drink from there. Then it will treat your sore throat after that. And also, Glenn, you had some funny facts, right?
Yeah, I don't know whether anyone else does this, but because I come from Sarawak, Kuching, what we used to do is after the durian flowers, they sort of like drop from the tree. So my mom would usually go to her friends' orchards and stuff, and she'll pick up all the flowers, and she'll bring them home. She'll wash them. She'll prepare them, and whenever she cooks curry in particular, she put the flowers in with the curry,
Yeah.
and then once it's done, you can just eat the flowers all together with the curry.
Oh,
Oh, that's interesting.
I didn't know durians had flowers.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
So you
And
have
they
to
smell
ask
pretty
the
good, though.
Sarawakian to do that.
No, they actually smell pretty nice. They
Ah.
smell it's a
It's
floral
like
fragrance. It's a
jasmine.
floral fragrance, but
Mm.
yeah, it's something along the lines of jasmine. Like my dad would just put a whole bunch in his car and just to like car air freshener or something.
That's very interesting. And also, after you have durians, eating durians, you have all the smells stay in your fingers and or wherever you touch the durian. You can wash with the water that you can contain the water in the husk.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You flip it over,
Uh-huh.
so you pour water onto the thorny side, the
Mm-hmm.
side with all the thorns, and you use that water to wash your hands or
Yeah, it wouldn't smell.
rinse your mouth and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's like it is some kind of cure and antidote to the durian poison itself. So it acts opposite because opposite meets opposite.
Wait, poison?
Yeah, durian thorns. Yeah, and a lot of other facts and myths that we've heard and we've encountered. But one of them is alcohol and durians. So you're not supposed to take them together.
Ah, yeah, I've heard some
Yeah,
stories.
there's all these stories floating around on Facebook.
But
and
you know
everything.
what? My friend actually tried before, and
Alright.
nothing happened to him except for stomach ache the next day.
Oh, no.
Ah. Where is your friend now?
Perhaps it's just lucky.
He's still alive, thank goodness.
But because perhaps durian is very gassy,
Yes.
so it may cause indigestion because of the alcohol as well. So perhaps the combination is not good, but there's no scientific any proof to the combination.
Oh,
actually-
that's one thing I read. Because durian contains this some kind of compound of some sort.
Right.
I'm not a scientist, so I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't know.
Ah.
So this compound in durian, it stops your body from being able to digest and metabolize the alcohol.
Ah.
So the alcohol stays in your body longer.
Ah.
It's not. Yeah. So I guess that's
Interesting.
some
One of
research
the
that has been done. lah.
Oh, that's interesting. I want to go back to the topic of sex because I've been reading this article.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone would be very happy to see.
and it's really funny. Actually, the person actually said that. So if you want to prepare yourself before making love, You can durian fruit blender with the number as needed, as long as is with grated coconut and cocoa, and drink this portion before you have sex.
What
Sounds
happens?
pretty good though.
What happens?
Yeah, what happens?
I'm as clueless as you.
Yay, Arlene is excited.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So apparently, because there are certain gas that durian releases,
Right.
so it kind of arouses you in a way. This is not from me. In fact, it's from this website from Australia. They call it the durian as sex fruit season.
Now I know why it's flourishing there. That's their marketing message. Eat durian, have
Oh,
sex.
You never know.
Westerners.
It says, according to the myth that is stated, the durian why it's called sex fruit, because it contains this thing called aphrodisiac and narcotic qualities,
Uh-huh.
which
What did they do?
restore virility and drive people to new heights of passion.
New heights of passion.
No wonder I'm so passionate with a lot of stuff.
So I can imagine during your 30th birthday, after eating all the 30 durians.
Whoa. Okay, too much information there.
Did they bring in strippers?
No.
Okay, I think this also explains why we're talking about this in Durian ASEAN.
I had durian
That's
last
weird.
night.
Never heard
Oh.
of it. Never heard of it.
This is from a website. It's actually about durian in Indonesia, because durian is also a huge thing in our neighboring countries as well, besides Malaysia. And what are the facts that you know about durian? Can you get drunk by eating too much
I
durian?
know you can't eat watermelon
Oh.
together with durian as well. That's what I was told by my mom actually. But
Why?
I'm not too sure whether it's really a scientific reason for that. But I know watermelon is actually not a cooling fruit.
Oh really?
But it's
It feels cooling when you drink
Yeah,
it,
that's-
but actually
that's what I always thought.
it is heaty.
oh.
I don't know whether it's
That's why a lot of people do warn you when you have fever, don't take watermelon. It will not cool you, it will only make you worse. Yeah.
But there's
That's one of-
also very weird to counter that what you just said just now, because Dr. Oz actually made research about he actually listed durian in 5 best remedies in his research, and he actually said if you have fever you should eat durian. So when I saw that I felt pretty strange, because here in Malaysia people would say not to have durian if you have fever.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, but it's interesting. I don't know whether it works.
But yeah, that's about all of the general rumors that we have on durian. Like, you know,
I think some people they take like the durian husks and they repurpose it for other things.
like protective helmets. I'm sorry.
But I do
Close.
know someone. This guy, I can't remember his name. He is actually, he doesn't like durian, but he ended up being an entrepreneur doing coffee durian or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's
durian
from
coffee.
Penang.
I've
Yeah,
heard of
durian
those.
coffee.
What is durian coffee?
He actually, the story was something like
How do
he
you-
accidentally dropped the durian into the coffee, and that's how he got the idea from.
How do you accidentally drop?
Because they were eating durian with his friends, and they, yeah,
I
that's
see,
how he
interest-
discovered. So yeah, somewhere that I read, I can't remember.
So essentially, like the coffee that he makes now is coffee with durian in it.
Yeah.
She puts the durian
He
in.
actually made it into a business.
That's
for some
interesting.
reason,
Seriously.
Yeah, I've seen those around actually.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like the 3-in-1 durian coffee.
Oh.
You know, if there's one durian that I would love to try, is the red durian in Sabah and Sarawak. I'm looking at this website. This one guy, he went to the jungle together with the Iban tribe to search for red durian, and when I say red durian, means the whole the thorny side of the durian, which is
reddish.
the whole structure is all in red color, as well as the inner part,
Right.
which is kind of interesting.
But I wonder how the taste will be like. Will it be bitter or
I
less
have no
sweeter?
idea.
I've heard
Yeah.
people say
Mm.
it's usually quite bitter,
Mm.
and the fruit itself is very very small.
Hmm.
It's like
I see. So
Yeah. But it's interesting to know that not all durian is eatable. As in like you can eat it, but it will taste just bland and either too bitter, too blunt, too hard. Yeah.
Oh, so the sweetness is actually artificial, like the brands that we have now, the breeds like.
It's
you
interbreed
mentioned-
between the corn
Yeah,
nine
it's been
species.
in
Yeah, I guess it must have come from somewhere.
It must have come from
Interbreed it.
somewhere.
And
It's
they came up
mutant.
with all those different ones.
Yeah.
So we are towards the end of our show now. So if there's one thing about durian that you think people, we should fall in love with it again, over and over again,
Hmm.
why is it? Who wants to say?
Because there's nothing else like it. I mean, like, other fruits you probably have like close substitutes, and I can't raise an example right now, but
Yeah,
the
that's how
durian-
special it is.
That's how special it is.
You can't think of anything else.
Yeah, you can't say like the durian tastes like what? It tastes like durian. There's no relative to it, So yeah, that's why you should fall in love with something special, something unique, something that represents.
Yeah, I
Food.
think like Arlene, you mentioned earlier, I think it's also nice that it's like a feast where, especially during the season,
Right.
and it's actually like a get together where you get your family together, your friends, and enjoy it, So I think it's one of those things as well. Yeah.
How about Glenn?
I think, like I said earlier, durian it's one of those few things which you can experience with all your senses. It's a multi-sensory experience. You look at the fruit, first timers would be like, wow, what is that? Looks
Monster.
like something out of my nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks scary as hell, but once you get past that, you can feel the fruit in your hands, that its weight, you feel the thorns.
You can feel the wounds on the hand.
Yeah.
It's very exotic.
It is.
Feel
Yeah.
your sarong being dropped.
Then
Okay.
you can smell it, which is important, and you can taste it and everything. It's so
Whenever he said, it becomes like a
Magnum
a sexy advertisement
Very advertisement kind of phrases, right?
on whatever product that he's talking about.
But I would love to deliver my message to all Malaysians or even Southeast Asians, because I guess all the Southeast Asian citizens, they are lucky enough to live in these countries. Because if you travel outside, the durian becomes so much expensive, more expensive than what you get here, and especially in line with this durian season in Malaysia. Just try as many durian as possible, but don't get sick. Don't take too
don't
much.
get sick like me.
Live with moderations always.
Yes.
And for me, I just want to add on regarding on the red durian that I mentioned. Apparently, it's a different kind of red durian. It's not the inner flesh, but
Oh.
on the bright is the shell itself is in bright red color. And this is one of the thing that I just realized is the rarest durian species, and it's also the sweetest of the durian, all the durian species. But it's so rare that it's part of the a list of threatened species in the world.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and another interesting part of it is the reason why it's becoming more rarer and rarer is because of the illegal loggings.
Oh.
Yeah, so there you go.
Save the durians.
Save the durians.
Save the trees, man. Save
Anyway.
the trees and the durian.
There you go, yeah.
Thank you very much to all of you guys for sharing your views with us.
Thank
And yeah,
Thank you.
hopefully that you all can enjoy durian, perhaps after the buka puasa or not for G.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.